Here we have a Marx Electro-Shot shooting gallery. You may remember these, heavily advertised in the 60s and the 70s as shooting galleries that have a whole bunch of targets here to shoot at, including springing clowns and all sorts of stuff, and well as a wind-up shooting gallery. And the gun to fire these things is a little gun that fits right off the back here. This is a very nice device here. It's self-loading. The balls roll back down via gravity. They're little steel balls. And then you can, on the one side of this gun, there is a switch right here, which allows you to shoot single shot or rapid fire machine gun shot. It reloads. There's a little plastic window right down here that you can actually sight through. If you're a little guy, or if you want to sight through the plastic up here, you can do that. And overall, these are really nice. They're loud and they really work well. I'll give you a short demo here for people not familiar with these things. There's a gun firing up. I don't know if you can pick it up on the video, but there you go. Try to ring the bell here. There we go. Hit the clown head a couple times. There you go. And there's some scores up here that you can drop the ball into and score. There's a line head to shoot at over here. All sorts of stuff. Here's the machine gun fire, which is quite dramatic. So it works very well. My unit is old. I have the original box, but it works very well. However, there's a couple things wrong with it. For one, since I had it, the little rotating duck thing has fallen off this back part here, and it's always just kind of laid around in the bottom of the thing, and that's connected to a wind-up mechanism in the back. Okay. This lid, like our Robot Commando, is riveted on. So what I'm finally going to do here, while my Robot Commando is waiting for a gear, I'm going to undrill all these rivets, replace them with bolts, just like I did. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get inside here and we're going to fix that shooting gallery rotating duct thing. And then around the back here, this plastic housing for this one thing has actually broken. I blasted through it and blasted a couple steel balls right off the back of it. The old plastic has worn, and it's thin and cracking in this one too. So I'm going to take a piece of styrene plastic, cut it to fit here, and epoxy it across the whole back to hold that in. And we'll get that working as well. So that's what we're working on. We're going to take this out and work on it. And interestingly, the new Ideal company is bringing these back out. And the gun looks very similar. A lot of the stuff looks similar. It is steel balls, so we've ordered one and it should be here shortly, and I'll do a compare and contrast to the old Marx unit that we have right in front of us. Okay, you will notice that we have the unit in the shop. I put down a towel to protect the loose side or clear plastic top. And really the only way to get at these things, and this one has never been opened, is to drill out the rivets. I've already done one. Get it situated here, and now hopefully we can lift the top off this, which has never been removed in however many years. You're seeing this live, sort of. And the lucite case, or clear plastic case, is in very good shape. There's a few little scratch marks. I'm going to use clear plastic cleaner and de-scratcher on and get that buffed into really good shape. But I love how that came apart, just real nice. Here's the inside of the unit. As you can see, it's pretty darn clean, but what we're going to do is we're going to reattach this piece, which has been banging around here, which somehow, and I hope I don't have to do a lot of contortions, is going to attach this axle which goes through right here, behind here. And behind this thing, behind here, this thing spins and rotates off of a clockwork mechanism in the back. Here, the problem was this spring, and this unit had created a binding thing, and I loosened that and put the spring here back through all the way to the end here, loosening this rotating thing back up again. That hasn't been loosened in a long time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pry this piece off right here so we can affix this rotating duct thing back onto the axle right there, which I don't know if it's ripped off, it's screwed off, it's a pressure fit. We're going to figure it out. And I have to do that by bending these little tabs right here with needle nose pliers and taking off this front end. So we're going to try to do that right. Once we remove this, you'll see this is actually quite clever, because what happens is the shooting gallery goes on this post, and there's this little ridge right here, and what this does is as the ducts go around and you blasted them down, this ridge, as it rotates, pushes them back up. So when it gets to the top position on top of this thing right here, they're ready to get shot at again. Now, this was just riveted onto the end of this fitting, so I'm going to either remove this fitting or maybe even try driving a machine screw in there and hold it with a machine screw. We're going to experiment around with that right now and see what best fits. There we go. And now I want to turn my attention to the back of the unit right here, this plastic piece right here, which is the back of this piece right here, where the balls go in these holes. And you can see that I blasted all the way through the plastic, which has gotten weakened with age. You can see that right there, and actually a couple of the steel balls fell out of there. But what I want to do is get behind this thing and repair it, repair this hole. And then if you can, I don't know if it shows up in the video, but you can see this one starting to crack as well. So we're going to take a piece of paper. Oop, nothing like hitting the camera. And we're going to kind of sketch out the shape of this thing. Using kind of a pressure sort of method. Is then trace this crude little drawing, straighten it out and trace it, and we're going to then apply it to this piece of styrene, okay, and then cut it out and place it right in there. And as you can see with a little file work, this piece is going to fit in there real nice. We're going to epoxy the thing on there, and then we'll touch a little paint on there to match the dark gray plastic, and we'll have a relatively decent patch that'll look good. After cleaning the unit, we fit the plastic lid back on, and this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. Now, the perfect replacement screws and nuts for both this as well as the Robot Commando, I picked up this 632 by 3/8. They have both a Phillips and a flathead in them, and they work really well. They're a perfect length and in terms of width. And if you've drilled these holes out, drilled the rivet out, and you don't even need to really enlarge these holes at all. If you've drilled this out with any kind of freaking skill at all, Lord knows I've tried to instill it in you. I'm just kidding. If you've drilled it out with any caution, these will slip right in there